Alright, welcome to the first round of GPS. I'm playing as Crush. I'm playing Temur Ramp, which is the same deck that I ran last GP, except it's 61 cards because I wanted to fit in an extra tutor target. And I couldn't really figure out what else to cut, so, 61 cards is fine, right? And they're on the play, okay. So anyways, let me see what my opening hand is. Oh, this would be really good if I draw a land, and really bad if I do. No, this is way too many Alexas. Yeah, I'll mulligan this. And this hand, it's alright, I'll keep, but I'm not happy about it. I bottom the time tributes, and I guess I just really hope to top deck and then tap land so I can play my 2-drop ramp spell. Oh, okay, there we go, that's my untap land. So Crumbling Shrine comes in, let's see what I flip. Oh, nice, and I pass the turn. So anyways, Crush is on a very spicy deck. They're playing, if I can pull up the deck right now, they're playing Studies Tribal, which, yeah. It's more of a meme deck than anything else, I think. Well, no, I'm probably being way too mean by saying that's a meme deck. Like, they might be playing it seriously. But certainly is a deck that I don't really know what they're trying to do with. So let's see if they have a 2-drop. Oh, they have the real Studies. I think that's the main card that the deck is built around. Basically, if you would draw from a study, you draw from all your studies. So if you play a bunch of studies, then suddenly you're drawing a bunch of extra cards each turn. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be really annoying because they're gonna have to keep flipping additional libraries, and that's gonna take up a lot of board space. Let's see how they're gonna handle it. Yeah, flip face down first. What? Alright, yeah. Did you? Yeah, this is not great for commentary because they're gonna take a long time on their turns just getting their libraries in order. And sure, so I guess they have lands for next turn or something. Well, anyways, Tear of Shady Cove, that'll be good, like, later on. So I can afford to fetch a forest, which will allow me to play something on tap next turn. Do I go Ramsey or Drubaji? Do I go Ramsey or Twisted Masterwork for a Seeker to Rampant Growth? Okay, so if I play Ramsey, next turn I still have 2 lands in hand, so I can go RFE or Drubaji and still get the extra land drop, and then I can save Twisted Masterwork for something bigger. Yeah, I think I like that line, so I'm gonna... Actually, good question. Which of my fetch lands do I play first? I might want to fetch Mountain later on, so I'm gonna fetch with Mysterious Cataract right now. I don't play any pain duels, right? Or the pain checks. I only play these check lands, or basic checks. So I can't get an untapped dual land if I don't have a basic in play. Anyways, here's Ramsey, and let's see what they have next turn. Hopefully they don't take too long on their next turn, because yeah, I don't really like waiting around while my opponent tries to do fiddly stuff. All right, they're gonna play Glorious Sanctum, so yeah, that's another additional library. So now Laurel Study is drawing 2 cards, I guess, each time. Do they have a way to start drawing cards, or are they just gonna draw per turn? And they're gonna do this slow slate. Okay, fine. I should probably just tell them to do it on their turn. Well, they have 2 studies. And yeah, Artificer's Gift, that's one of the cards that's in their deck. They can't actually cast it because they don't have the right colors. Oh yeah, they're also playing, how many colors? Actually, they're only in Jeskai, so it shouldn't be, so the mana isn't too bad, but it seems like they didn't get a good draw because they don't have double white for Artificer's Gift next turn. Do they have 3 artifacts right now? I don't, oh, yeah, they do. Oh, Lumen, okay, so, and they return, what did they bounce? I can't tell. But yeah, if they have a planes, they can Artificer's Gift next turn, and then I guess fetch out their big thing. And I can't really stop it, or stop them right now, because all I can twist a Masterwork is for a 3-drop, and I'm not running the Reclamation Sage thing main board, so I can't blow up any of their Sanctums. So with that in mind, what do I even do here? Is there a play that makes me not lose horribly? I think I'm kind of obligated to fetch red for Drubadia, play Lumbering Hillock, and hope for the best. Is that what I'm doing? I think so, because that means next turn I have the ability to twist and if I draw a land, I can twist and Masterwork for Reclamation Grove Sculptor and start blowing up their enchantments, or I guess a Grand Library of Ormos. That's the thing I want to blow up when they try to Artificer's Gift it into play. Then this turn, I guess I do recall Forgotten Aeons then, right? Because that draws me into more cards, which makes it more likely for me to find a land eventually. Yeah, I'll go with that logic. So let me just swing at them first, because might as well do my things post-combat. Timur range comes in, I fetch immediately. I fetched Lush Oasis, so I am cut off from red right now until I draw another land. Hopefully I draw a land. Okay, yeah, the new divide will get me my red source. And since I do have an extra land, yeah, next turn I will be able to twist a Masterwork for Reclamation Grove Sculptor and hopefully blow up their big thing they're gonna get from Artificer's Gift. And also the Sanctums keep refilling their archives. So that's gonna be interesting because that's gonna take quite some time to resolve. And yeah, they're gonna have to start flipping these guys. Like, can they play Artificer's Gift? Like, I have to assume they have the right mana for it, right? Is Ormos active immediately? No, it's upkeep. So if they gift it out, I still have a turn to blow it up. So I mean, my opponent definitely can get a bunch of cards, but I don't think any of those cards are super impactful. I am slightly worried about Observer of Aeons, because that's really the only thing that can threaten me. So I just have to find some way to blow it up before it becomes too big of a problem. It seems like they don't have Artificer's Gift. They're gonna play Eye Study, which that's the archive library. Okay, so sure, I guess it does stuff. I guess they're looking for white mana for Artificer's Gift. What did they flip? Sure. Yeah, they don't seem to be doing much. Wait, they have Nebula and they're knocking the Artificer's Gift? What? Okay, sure. Sure, Gallery or Sanctums, I guess. Why do I feel like they're gonna mill out before I kill them or something? What removal do they run? They have Event Horizon, which, I mean, yeah, they have Event Horizon. What else do I have to worry about? It's literally just Event Horizon and Observe of Aeons, because none of the other cards in the deck do anything other than doing the Sanctum thing. So they can put a bunch of cards in their hand, but none of the cards are super impactful. So what's something I can do next turn? I kind of want to twist some Masterwork out Field Tender so I can get access to extra land drops with Drubagia. But let's see what I get off the top first. Another land. That's pretty convenient. So I can actually play Drubagia and not feel bad about it. And then what? I have some extra mana left over. Is there anything super good that I can fetch with Masterwork? I should probably actually pull up my deck because I can't memorize everything that's in my deck. Let me just let me pull up my deck. Yeah, I'm still not used to the new website. But yeah, and let's see, what can I pull out? Yeah, it's basically just Field Tender if I want to twist the Masterwork this turn. That would even use up my land aura, so I don't really want to do that. I guess I can Drubagia and act. Oh wait, I can't because I don't have enough red sources. Okay, that's not great. So what? I have 6 mana this turn if I just play it normally. And then the turn after next turn, I have like the land aura, which lets me tear up Shady Cove, which blows up like 3 things actually, which is not actually great because I want the creatures more than I want to blow up their useless artifacts and enchantments. I mean, I'm definitely playing Drubagia, right? Because otherwise, I'm just not doing much. Yeah, sure. Yeah, fetch mountain. Play out Drubagia, make use of my extra land drop, and then whack them for 1. Somehow I'm at a lower life total than them because I'm fetching more aggressively. And just double checking if there's any 2 drops I can fetch right now. That'd be decent. No, there isn't. Alright, let's see what they have. I don't think they can do anything super threatening. Guess I can get a bunch of Observer of Aeons, which will be kind of scary. But like next turn, I get to Terror of Shady Cove, and that thing blocks Observer pretty well. Even if it doesn't block it pretty well, like it still trades with it guaranteed. Oh, they get Event Horizon. I guess they can Event Horizon the Druvagia or something. And they are going to take Grand Library, so they don't actually have a target for Artificer's Gift anymore, which is kind of weird to do, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, they just drew 5 cards off a single turn, so I mean, not horrible, but the problem is that those 5 cards don't do anything. Did they get Event Horizon yet? Yeah, they have 1 Event Horizon. Let's see. Artificer's Gift. They're gonna sack? Are they just gonna flip an Observer? Oh wait, never mind. It's right. You can just put something into play from hand. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Then they get out their big enchantment thing, and I just tutor out Reclamation Grove Sculptor and turn it into a land, and that'll be pretty fun. They can Event Horizon Druvagia, but then have Reclamation Grove Sculptor in play. I guess they can still keep playing down some more Observer of Aeons, which but then eventually I'm gonna have enough mana to Masterwork out Time of Tributes, and that's probably just game over. Alright, I have to tell them to let it resolve. How scary is Observer right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. They only have 4 things to sack. Well, I guess Observers can go twice on the same thing in play, so like 5 things to sack. That's not too bad. Have they resolve ice? Yeah, sure. What, they get to cast Misty Salvager? Yeah, sure. It's just a creature. And there's Observer of Aeons. How cheap is it right now anyways? Oh, it's artifact or enchantment. I see. So it's like 0 mana right now or something? Oh, it's still 4 mana, or I guess 3 mana off Misty. Yeah, they have a lot less things than I thought they did. Wait, what? Okay, right, Grand Library has to make a bunch of... Alright, you can flood the board all you want. I'm just gonna be here and... I'm just gonna sit here and wait for you to resolve your archive triggers. It's 5 a bunch of times, right? Yeah. I mean, Laurel Study... How big is Laurel Study? It's not gonna run out anytime soon. They are going to be drawing a bunch of extra cards next turn, I guess. They have no way to unforcify their Grand Ormos though, so once I deal with their Library of Ormos, I just have to blow up I have to deal with their Observe Aeons, which won't be super fun, but like I can definitely deal with them. In fact, I can just like go Tariff Shady Cove and then Masterwork back Tariff Shady Cove. That might be a good way to deal with those guys. And they're gonna keep playing these guys, I guess. Do they have any untapped mana for Event Horizon? Because they do need to deal with... Dravagia is still pretty far away. I think the main thing that I'm gonna be annoyed by is that since I didn't fetch or red earlier, I can't threaten Dravagia this turn. That would have been nice to do, because it forces them to hold up Event Horizon. Although, I guess it doesn't really, because like if they held up Event Horizon, I wasn't going to go for it anyways, just because I don't want to waste my turn ultimately Dravagia just to get Event Horizon. Or no, the ability goes off no matter what, so I get to animate on my land and swing at them for a bunch. Probably just kill them. They're going to keep playing stuff. Actually, can they play out Observe Aeons for free now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I guess they can drop an Observer of Aeons. That'll be really annoying because it could threaten to kill me in one swing, and I still need to spend the turn dealing with the Grand Library, which means I need to masterwork out Reclamation Grove Sculptor. Okay, they're gonna Event Horizon the Dravagia. Yeah, sure. Only it prevents me from having to think about whether to go for Dravagia or not. And also, if I don't draw a land next turn, I get to spend my mana perfectly. I'm blowing up the library, and if I do draw land, I'm just gonna play it tapped, because that means I get to play Tariff Shady Cove next turn. But anyways, yeah, I just masterwork for 5, grab Reclamation Grove Sculptor, and blow up Grand Library of Ormos. Assume they have another Event Horizon lined up. Okay, so now that Grand Library is down, I just need to deal with like the 4 Observer of Aeons that they have access to. Well, they don't have haste, so they won't be able to attack right away, so I'll be able to... I have a turn to deal with it. Like, if I top deck a land next turn, then I get to Twisted Masterwork for Tributes, which wipes half their board. They're probably just going to sack other small things, which is actually kind of bad for me, because that means Observe Aeon still gets to do its thing. But, wait, what? Okay, wait, then why am I even playing this card? Alright, I'm just gonna do a quick judge call just to make sure that this card works how we expect it to, because like otherwise this card looks really bad. Alright, judge call finally resolved. But yeah, it turns out Reclamation Grove Sculptor works the way I expect it to, because apparently Magic has some really weird wording about how turning things into land types makes them lose abilities. That doesn't apply for any other transformation effect. Oh. Right, I completely forgot whose turn it was. Anyways, these guys should be tapped, so I'm just gonna, hopefully nothing got too screwed up. So what, they're gonna drop a bunch of, Observe of Aeons and try to put Horizon away my board, and then I have to deal with that. I think I just play Tear Up Shady Cove, and then see what happens. Like a 7/7 Death Toucher will trade with one of those things, probably. And also it gets stuff off the board, for, that they have less stuff to sack to Observe of Aeons. Yeah, now they're gonna just start dropping these guys. They get to cast the Roll Study, right? Yeah, but they're just not gonna do it, because I guess they forgot. They're 5/5 Tramplers too. Can I deal with this board? These guys are whacking me for, what, at least... These guys are whacking me for at least 12. And then this guy's probably trampling over for the last 2. Yeah, like, I can't deal with this board. Right? Alright, they also get to flip another observer. I guess that's how they win. They just play a bunch of observers, and I can't deal with the board that way. But do I take the 2? I think I'll take it. Yeah, how do I deal with this board? Oh, we Relic says not very useful. I think I don't really deal with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I can't masterwork out Triumph Tributes either. So I just have to play Big Slug, and then I die to these guys on the swing. Now I kind of This is what I get for not running main deck. Feature destruction. But yeah, I can't really deal with this board, so I just have to concede. Anyways, what do I even do against this? Charming Marauder definitely comes in. Reclamation is Earthbreaker good? I don't think it is. It blows up their 2-drop, but that's all it does. Then what else? Silent Flourishing, I guess I can rush them a bit. I'll board out Burn Sanctuary. Sackball good. It's only good once the Observe Aeons comes down, and by that time it's way too late, right? I think I'll go with this loadout. Completely boarding out Earthbreaker isn't a mistake. Well, like, Earthbreaker is never gonna kill an Observer Aeons, and I don't really care about their other guy, right? Yeah. I guess I'll keep an Earthbreaker in, like 61 cards, whatever. And let's see. Okay, this is a really good hand. I'm definitely keeping this. I get to go turn Primal into turn 2 Drubadia, even have a land drop for it, and then play Verdant Sanctuary and start playing playing extra lands off Verdant Sanctuary with Drubadia. So yeah, a very good hand for me. Since I already have the island, I fetch with Mysterious Cataract because that means there's more cards that Temur range can fetch than Mysterious Cataract can fetch. And Primary Surgeons and pass. The next turn I Timber range, fetch for Flourishing Crevasse, play Drubadia, and play out Crumbling Shrine. So that's a really good turn for me next turn too. And then I might be able to just ramp into a Drubadia ultimate and win the game that way. Actually, yeah, I fetch with Mysterious Cataract because there's more things because Timber range can fetch basic mountain, but Mysterious Cataract can't because I already drew my island. Where's Flourishing Crevasse? There's Flourishing Crevasse. And then here's Drubadia, which lets me play Crumbling Shrine, and then I definitely put this on top. Can I RFE next turn with... Actually, I think I can. What would be a line? Verdant Sanctuary, play out the land. Verdant Sanctuary, play out the land, play RFE, draw 2, get 2 extra land drops. That doesn't actually let me use the first ability of Drubadia, right? It's still fine. Actually, I didn't check their sideboard at all. I probably should. But I don't think there's anything super relevant in their sideboard. Right, so let's see. If I go Verdant Sanctuary, use Drubadia, what does my land situation look like? I have 2 extra lands, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'll be able to threaten a Drubadia ultimate next turn, and forces them to Event Horizon the Drubadia. I think that's probably better than playing Recall Forgotten Aeons because it's way more threatening. Wins the game on the spot if they don't have it, I think. Either ways, I'm gonna play out Verdant Sanctuary first. Mountain Island, yeah. Or I can go Mountain and then play Timber range tapped, or use it to fetch Lumbering Hillock. I don't think it really matters what I do here. Might as well try to like just play everything off my Verdant Sanctuary before it gets blown up. Yeah, I agree with that logic. Right, in that case, activate Drubadia and swing. So now they're in danger of just dying if Drubadia goes uncontested for a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm just double checking that I have enough to ultimate Drubadia next turn. And if things don't go well, I have backup Recall Forgotten Aeons and try to draw into some more gas. Seems like they don't have Event Horizon. Okay, that's really good for me. Or maybe they have Event Horizon and they just need to play this thing out so they have high enough mana value for them to Event Horizon the Drubadia. No, they don't have Event Horizon. Okay, they're just dead. So I guess game 2 is very quick. So it shows how strong the deck can be if you get the Drubadia absolute net draw of Primary Surgeons to Drubadia with Verdant Sanctuary. But anyways, yeah, let's just end this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, deck does what deck does. Anyways, I'm pretty sure this is lethal. Like, I'm not even going to count here. This is definitely lethal. Yep, game 3. Also, I've realized I should probably just board out a Field Tender. And yeah, let's run this back. Alright, let's see what I draw. Yeah, we have Drubadia plus Verdant Sanctuary, so I definitely keep this. I'm probably fetching a mountain off the Wayfarer Shrine then. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely fetching a mountain off that. Time Tributes. Well, that's going to the yard because I can get back a Twisted Masterwork later on. I think I go Ramsey first, right? Yeah, because I have an extra land drop in hand, so I can just go Ramsey and then Drubadia next turn and still get extra land drop off of it. And then in turn after that, I can play out Verdant Sanctuary and start ramping super hard with Drubadia. Or if they decide to play the Roll Studies or whatever, I get to Twisted Masterwork out Charming Marauder and blow up their thing. Okay, yeah, it's even looking better for me. Do I need to play out Island now? Not really, but I should probably just fetch out Mountain, because I want double red for Drubadia later on, I think. Yeah, I might as well just fetch early. Yeah, there's Mountain, and there's Ramsey. What did I put the land aura on? Because Sure, I'll play on the mountain. Like, you want to put land auras on basics because you might draw Primal Resurgence. They're gonna Nebula. They still don't have enough to Artificer's Gift just yet. And so let's see what they play. I guess they can play Ice Study. They don't have the right mana for Laurel Study just yet, so either... And they had the opportunity to fetch the right colors, okay, they have the Train. They just play out the Train. They just hard cast the Rail Line. Yeah, sure. I'm assuming that, yeah, I think they're working towards an Artificer's Gift. Another Drubadia. That's probably way too many Drubadias. Anyways, no point in not playing it out. Sure, I'll play out an island. Or no, I'll play out a red source because I don't want to get punished by not having an extra red source for Drubadia first ability. Next turn, I drop Burn Sanctuary, and then I play out the extra lands off Drubadia, and then I threaten... Oh, what are they doing? Right, you can just use this thing to snipe cards from your archive library. So they do get to... You're gonna take the Revelation Sanctum. Okay, sure. And they're gonna stick Artificer's Gift in there. So I guess they don't have right resources to gift just yet. Do they have Event Horizon? Because they kind of do need to Event Horizon to Drubadia. Obscure. Okay, I mean, that also ramps me. So that, like, hardly does anything. Does it tap it? No, it doesn't. Sure. And they're going to play out Revelation Sanctum. So thanks to me having a second Drubadia, I can just keep going, keep doing the thing. Alright, and like Obscure Age Clock doesn't actually matter to me because they have no pressure. Okay, this is like kind of a ridiculous amount of Drubadias, but I'm not complaining because that means I get to. It means that I get to play out a bunch of land, and I threaten the Drubadia ultimate next turn again. Actually, might as well whack them first. Like, no point not doing that. Then play out Drubadia. Well, I guess this does prevent me from instantly ulting this thing next turn. I'll take another forest. So what? Next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I should just activate this thing, or like use the first ability now, so I can threaten a lethal attack next turn if they don't have removal. They already used the first removal on. They use a removal on the first Rubadia, so they probably don't have another one. They need to Event Horizon this thing because it doesn't die to Score 8 anymore. Are they doing stuff? They're gonna use Sanctum's things, aren't they? Alright, I mean, sure. They're gonna... Okay, sure. Oh, I guess they Artificer's Gift out the Grand Library of Ormos. That works, I guess. I don't particularly care because I just get to kill them next turn, but that's something they can do. Unless they also have an Event Horizon in hand or something. Like, they don't have enough mana to Artificer's Gift plus drop Observer Aeons to block for them, right? I mean, even if they had Observer, it doesn't matter because my lands just attack past it. Yep, there's Artificer's Gift. And they're going to start sacking their things. They're going to grab their Grand Library of Ormos, which makes sense. So how they're going to prevent themselves from dying? Because, like, they die to Drubadia next turn. This thing activates on upkeep. They're going to take their time setting up the libraries. Yep, okay, so there's the libraries, but how are they going to not die? Do they have exactly Event Horizon here? It seems like they don't. Well, anyways, that means I win. So, yeah. This deck makes it... Oh, yeah, I should probably just take one. I need to take one from Obscuriate. I forgot again. But yeah, I mean, I win here, right? Like, I mean, if you want to stop me, but like, yeah. I don't see how you're surviving this attack. Okay, good. I got there. Weird games. Weird games. Yeah, but in Game 2 and Game 3, I got the net draw with Burn Sanctuary plus Drubadia, and then they didn't really have a way to interact with it, so I just got to Ultimate Drubadia on turn 3, or I mean turn 4. No. Is it turn 3 or turn 4? I think it's turn 4. So yeah, not really much to talk about in this matchup, actually. Like, they managed to do their thing once, and yeah, I feel like Grand Library is still a bit slow. Like, I had the entire turn to deal with it. But drawing a bunch of cards, I mean, that did do stuff because they managed to draw all of their Observer Aeons and dropped in a single turn, and then I couldn't deal with that board. But again, it's a different deck. Like, it could have been different. Anyways, yeah, see you in the next round.